Our excellent adventure begins. Tell me a story.
My name is Michael.
My name's Anthony.
It's like about a half an inch longer. You still gotta get those kegs.
Come at me, you old bitch. This damn scene.
Shut up, everybody.
Good evening and welcome to M&A's Excellent Adventures Oops All Brown Guys edition, where my name is Michael.
My name is Anthony.
And I'm Mo Pete. We have an insanely special guest. We have Mo Pete of the Mo Pete Report, of the VI podcast, of the Spurs fandom. I mean, of Corpus Christi fame.
Corpus Christi, yeah.
Sorry, Corpus Christi fame. Mo motherfucking Pete himself.
Yo,
This is a
so
big deal.
excited he's here, actually.
Huge deal. This is
So
our
awesome.
first guest of season 2. Mo Pete, tell the people what they need to know.
Well, first off, I want the fans to know that I didn't find out this was going to be an affirmative action episode until right now.
It's by
that
design.
that tone being set, I'm Mo Pete. I create comedy sketches sometimes online, and I'm the writer, host, and editor of the Mo Pete Report, which is a podcast that covers niche nerd news and headlines. You know, it's not an NBC of itself, but it gets the job done.
I'd say it's more relevant. I think cable's out and Mo Pete's in.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, Mo Pete, we are so happy to have you on here. We're so honored to have you as our first guest of season 2 of M&A's Excellent Adventures. 3 episodes in, baby. And we're gonna have an awesome time. I've been drinking amaretto here, and as many of you know or don't know, I'm not much of a drinker, so this is
He's a bitch.
gonna
Uncapped.
a little bit me it's probably gonna hit me a little bit harder than it would otherwise, but we're here to have fun.
Now, I don't mean to interrupt you, Mr. Eback, sir, but just one question. You said this was the first guest of season 2, which I'm honored, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
How many episodes was season 1? Because this is a 103 episode podcast.
We had a 100-episode season. What else would we, how else would we have done that?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just curious on why the network would order 100 episodes. But I guess it's a behind the scene question. You can.
Yeah, they just thought, man, this is such a banger show. The premise was so tight right off the pilot.
We're gonna
They
test
were like,
the water with
network-
100 episodes.
Our network has lost a lot of money, Mo Pete.
a lot of
We're just
money.
trying to salvage what we
A
can.
lot of money. I couldn't even begin to start telling you the numbers of what we've lost. But it's all good because at the end of the day, what happens on Earth stays on Earth. So this podcast isn't going anywhere.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're getting real.
This might be one of the first podcasts to be like shipped off into space. Is there a way we can get a balloon and ship a copy, like a flash drive?
I think that's
into-
doable and necessary.
Impractical, right? You can just broadcast it up there, I think.
No. I'm
Did you
saying
say
aliens.
and practical? 'Cause it
Aliens
is
get this
certainly
flash
practical.
drive.
Oh,
get this
kind of like
flash
the golden record thing, right?
Yes,
Well, and-
exactly.
yeah,
we are
we
the
don't-
golden record.
We don't
I mean,
want to
that's
assume,
outdated, so it needs to be updated.
but we don't want to assume what the aliens like where they're at technologically speaking. So like if we just like are sending out a broadcast, they might not have the tech to intercept that.
Right,
But a
right.
flash drive is I feel like that's pretty safe.
Well,
They're
they
still
might
using-
still be in the 90s, so I'd send a floppy disk up there,
A floppy
Well-
disk. Maybe we can get it on a VHS tape.
a laser disk.
Laser disc.
Laser disc. That's the theme of tonight is laser disc.
Laser disk. niche 80s physical media.
Speaking of tonight, Anthony, why don't
Michael,
you tell any new folks, especially any fans of the Mo Pete Report that maybe haven't heard us before,
yeah,
what we do around here?
we tell stories, and
Mm.
not just any kind of stories. What kind of stories do we tell, Michael?
Improv stories,
Fun
comedy
improv
improv
stories.
stories.
Stories where Michael this week has the premise for, and Mo Pete and I are going in with no idea of what's going to happen at all. Pretty straightforward.
Pretty easy peasy there.
And
So
we try
yeah.
to navigate the best of our abilities.
And I'm
Flying
steering
blind,
this
baby.
ship. I'm steering the ship, but the captain's tipsy. So we'll
I'm
see
the
where we're
captain of the
steering
ship.
the ship into. Absolutely, Anthony. I couldn't have said it better myself. That was beautiful, gorgeous, and golden. Before we do get into the story, though, 'tis the season. It's just getting into the first little tippy toeings into the new year. I want to talk New Year's resolutions right off the top here. Anthony, why don't you start us off? Hit us with what you got. What is your 2024 New Year's res?
My New Year's resolution is to drink more. Just drink a whole lot more. You know, I feel like I outdid myself last year, but I could do a step above that. So that's my New Year's resolution, is to just absolutely get destroyed 2, maybe 3 times as often. But in all reality, my New Year's resolution is to lower my screen time by 50%, which doesn't sound like a ton, but when you're considering my screen time was roughly like 12 hours a day on various screens, I'm hoping to cut that down to 6 hours. That'd be huge. So that's what my goal is.
Nice. Mo Pete, can you hit us up with a New Year's resolution?
Well, I'll hit you up with a New Year's resolution, but first I'll hit you up with a hot take.
Oh,
I think New Year's resolutions suck. They suck
Ooh.
ass, actually.
that is a
Do tell.
hot take.
Because I think there's never a bad time to have a resolution. I'm sorry. You know, there's never a bad time to seek to improve yourself or deprove yourself. I don't know what you're going on in your life. Maybe you want to become a worse person. I don't know. But to answer your question, my resolution,
there you go,
is to eat a little bit healthier. The thing about growing up in America is, you know, you grow up eating McDonald's, fast food, and grow up drinking sodas. You get used to eating that stuff, and you don't realize how much cane sugar and calories and cholesterols is in that stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So my goal is just eat more whole foods, drink more water, and kind of keep my blood pressure in check, because my family has a history of blood pressure, and I don't want to have that high blood pressure, you know?
That's a very good point. And speaking of that, reminds me as well, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, McDonald's, for sponsoring us. Just kidding. We don't have McDonald's.
Hypertension. I'm loving it.
Mo Pete's like, there's no way in hell you have sponsors.
No.
I'm just rolling with it, man. If we gotta make different ad copies in case you get sponsors later, I'll do that.
Okay.
Blue Apron.
Right. Blue Apron.
Mo Pete's #1 choice for Whole Foods.
We've talked about it before and different things and even in the Bob Buell episode, which I revisited fairly recently, we did talk about it too. We kind of do guerrilla sponsorships where we will just give ad space and then hope that maybe they'll like that and strike a deal.
Buffalo Wild Wings. They'll cure COVID.
There you
go.
Maybe.
You just had that in the holster ready to go?
So 100%. That spicy foods, yo.
Okay.
Gianelli Armoretto liqueur.
Yeah, you're done, Michael. You're cut off. Can't even say it out loud.
For
Shouldn't
all
even be
your
drinking it.
Armoretto needs. My New Year's I'm sorry.
I didn't ask, but what's your New Year's resolution?
Thank
Michael?
you, Anthony, for asking. is to foster a healthier kind of work-life balance, more fulfilling work-life, home life balance.
That's pretty good. But you should have done that earlier, like Mo Pete said. I kind of like your point, Mo Pete, to be honest. It's never too late to just decide that.
3 in the morning, organize your vegetable cabinet, go ahead.
Can you imagine like it's September and you're all like, fuck, I gotta wait till January to organize this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Don't put attack in it. Do it now.
You woke up after a week of blacking out. Fuck. I gotta wait.
Put your back in it.
Exactly.
That's
Nike. Just do it.
There it
also
is.
A sponsor.
Also a
they
sponsor.
Could be.
Hopefully.
I'm getting used to this ad space game.
Yeah. See, that's
appreciate it. Yeah, you're helping us. We'll help you when we can. But we're all right, gentlemen. I want, and I think everybody listening, watching right now is screaming, is teaming together, is steaming, billowing out of their ears with how intense that they are just yelling at the top of their lungs. Tell me a story. So it's time.
Yeah, Mopeat's like, what did I just walk into?
Story. Oh, I'm pumped, man.
Tell me a story.
So are you ready, gentlemen?
Yes.
To get into it? Let's get into it. So, jumping on in here, and speaking of New Year's, I felt like that was a pretty good theme, so that might have something to do with our story here today. Mopeat, let's talk about your character. Your character's name is Doug Johnson. You are very skeptical, confident, and you love playing devil's advocate. And you assert yourself in a leadership role even when it's not really called for. So you're just a very forthright guy. You're all about action. You're very confident in yourself, but you like to maybe challenge others' way of thinking, or they present ideas. You're kind of that guy who steps in and maybe gives the old, well, technically speaking.
Doug sounds like a guy who would be confidently wrong sometimes. And that's funny.
That's a good direction right there. Okay.
So, Mopeat, that is your character. Let's jump on over to Anthony's character.
Ooh.
Anthony, your name is Perry Ferguson.
Perry Ferguson, okay.
Let's give it a moment here. You are hopelessly naive, innocent, and optimistic. So you're just a really happy-go-lucky guy, but a little foolhardy sometimes, a little bit easy.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. You got to look on the bright side of life.
Exactly. Right. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I will tell you as well, Anthony, I struggled for a long time, but I decided to not go into it. I have a tradition. Usually I give Anthony a terrible name. And I was going to, but I couldn't land on something that just felt right. And I thought, you know what, Perry is good enough.
I love it.
I was going to have your nickname at first be Clank, and have that be what people call you.
From the video game.
From the video game. But then that made sense too much, and I was like, no. And then I was like, maybe it was very stupid, but I had a moment of, what if it was Perry Butt Stuff Ferguson, and you were just too meek to ever stop people from calling you that? But I thought, let's just keep it simple. Let's just not go too much into it. So you avoided
Perry Ferguson.
So you avoided butt stuff today, which I think is
well. Thank you.
You're
most welcome. All right, and you two've got a job to do. It's New Year's Eve in NYC. Everyone is excited about attending the ball drop, and this year Doug and Perry have vowed to go together. However, they've been called in for their job as maintenance workers to fix a leaky pipe in a local financial office. You better get the job done quick if you want to catch the ball. So, easy enough. Your maintenance workers heading on over to a job. It's New Year's Eve, but you made a promise to each other that you would see the ball drop in person together. So, Doug, Anthony.
So, You do realize people line up for this shit at 3 a.m. on New Year's Day, right?
Yeah, but you guys are like, you have that kind of New
We're
York
pros.
energy
We're
where you're
pros.
kind of
We'll
just
Also,
take it.
laid
catch the
back.
ball. Do you mean
We're
like
gonna,
physically catch the ball?
yeah, yeah,
Or
we're
like-
catching the ball.
Whatever you know.
Michael
like a
ran out of
huge,
ran out of space to finish the text. All right, let's give
Doug,
this fake situation a whirl, I guess.
let's give it a whirl. Then I think that we are ready to tell me a story. So let's set the scene. Mo Pete is regretting all of this right now. So you two are on your way, Doug and Perry, in your van, heading on over to the spot.
Oh, wow.
Texting. So we're going to Goldman and Goldman, Perry. Do you know where
Yep.
that's at?
Vaguely, yeah. That's right next to Goldman and Saxman, correct?
No. They moved locations. They were next to Goldman and Sachs. Now they're next to their brother company, Goldman, Goldman, and Goldman. So
Got
you're
it.
going to turn right on 3rd.
Okay. And first, and second, and slow down. Tick, 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 and third. Okay. Wow. Pal, I am just really excited.
Wait, don't park here. Don't park here.
Whoa.
The meter's really high at this spot. I know a spot a couple of blocks down where the meter is a few dollars less.
A few dollars less, but it's on the company car. Don't you think it'd be easier?
My cousin works for the transportation authority. He told me.
Okay.
This.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Sure. That sounds good. Why don't you just, yeah, okay. And then I pull out.
Keep going down 3rd. Keep going down 3rd.
Okay. That sounds great. So, the ball drop, are you excited to see this in action, or?
Oh, yeah. I'm more than excited to see it, Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Between you and me, I'm trying to catch the ball.
You're trying to catch the ball?
That's right. See,
Do
my
tell.
cousin, who works for City Hall, told me that if you catch the ball, the Queen of New York herself, Miss Anne Hathaway, gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Wow. A kiss from the Queen of New York?
That's right.
My first time being Anne Hathaway? Oh, I want to catch the ball too.
Yeah, if we catch it at the same time, she'll kiss both of us, dude. So let's hurry with this job.
That sounds great. Okay. And am I pulling up on that spot right now? Or?
Yeah. The ones that are kind of busted there.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. And then I go into the spot. All right. So how many blocks away from this is Goldman and Goldman?
We're about 8 blocks away, but it's all right. Gotta get our steps in,
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, hey, new year, new me. My New Year's resolution is to get swole and walk a little bit more. So
right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you two walk on over to Goldman and Goldman, and you finally make your way to the front doors.
Fuck. Okay. That was a lot more walking than I thought, but hey, new year, new me, new friends, first kiss. Let's roll.
So you make your way into the building. You're in the front lobby area, and somebody comes on up and approaches you. Hey, excuse me there, gentlemen. Can I help you? We're closed.
Yeah, we're the maintenance worker from the Leaky Pipes. We're here to fix your leaky pipe.
Oh, yeah. That thing has been making a lot of noise. I don't know. But I'd be happy to show you. But as long as you two don't get into any funny business, because I'm always carrying that thing on me. If you catch my drift. So there are bodies on this pistol. There are bodies on this pistol. So
I know we're minorities, but you can trust us. Our parent company, Leaky Pipes, the owner, Mark Leaky, has a real good relationship with the owner of this company, Goldman.
I know Mark. We send him a Christmas card each year.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
It's not a nominational Christmas, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, my apologies. I don't want to offend anybody, but just tread lightly because there are bodies on this pistol here. So I'll do what I have to do to protect this place. But I trust you guys can find the leak. I trust you guys can take do your jobs. So yeah, why don't I show you where to go? I'll show you where everything is, and You know what? Here, I'll give you this walkie-talkie too, just so you can kind of hear me. We'll communicate if you guys need anything. All right, I can kind of control some things or see some cameras. So
Yeah,
follow
sure.
me,
That sounds
and
great to me.
I kind of whisper. I lean over and whisper in Perry's ear. What's up with this guy and the bodies on the pistol?
I think he's just flexing a little bit. I don't think he's actually, I think it's more talk than anything, but I wish I can get a little more bodies on my pistol. But
definitely got picked on in high school. Well,
yeah,
with any luck,
yeah.
we can get Anne Hathaway on your pistol. Right?
He seems swell, and so does she. She seems swell as well. All right, leaky pipe.
Okay, so yeah, just down this way here. I'm gonna let you guys kind of head down that way because I don't want to get lost, or like I'm not as familiar with the plumbing or whatever that's your jurisdiction here. So I'm gonna head back up. But yeah, like I said, walkie me if you need anything. I'll be watching. I got cameras. I got eyes everywhere. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Wow,
Happy New
cool.
Year, I guess.
And just remember, no I lift my shirt up and expose the handle of my gun. No funny business. No funny business.
Oh yeah, sure thing. No funny business.
Not only do we want a happy new year, we all want to see the new year. So
right. I mean, it's kind of weird to going straight to deadly force, but yeah, thanks.
He seems pleasant.
Thanks, guys.
Leaky pipe. Oh,
All right. Looking at my schematic here.
Doug, do you see that right there?
Well, I look up at it. What are you saying?
There's a perfect crack, like almost straight down, and you look at it, and just dripping just a little bit right there. You don't think that's part of the schematics, do you?
No. All right.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to judge the person who designed this. I don't know. All right, you're the expert here.
Perry, I have you know, I failed out of trade school 3 weeks in, so I'm kind of good at reading schematics.
Got it. Great.
It clearly says here, the one that Mark Leaky showed us, the leaky pipe is this one in red right here. Does that pipe look red to you?
Yes.
Well, it's not like a vibrant red. It's like
you're right. You're right. That's more of like an off color red.
Right. It's like gushing water. That's not a pipe.
You're right. Okay. So let's look around and find the other red pipe then.
Right.
Looking around. We see blue pipes. We see green pipes.
Ooh, a penny.
Ooh, a penny. Heads up. Tails.
And you in the distance, you guys hear a clanging from the pipes.
Huh.
What was that?
Those darn New York City rats. They're finding their ways into all sorts of places, I think.
Hey, maintenance guys, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Do you copy?
Yes, security officer. Yes, we do copy. Over, copy.
Did you hear the clanging? I think that's where the leak is coming from. Because I heard the noise. It's like ringing throughout the building. It just is this loud noise, and I feel like that's where it's probably coming from. Did you hear that down there?
We heard that. Yeah.
Okay, are you guys working on the pipe, or because
we're trying to find the source of the noise? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We're pretty sure the source of the noise and the cracks.
I need you to understand that this is kind of a no nonsense situation.
Got it.
Because there are I've handled business before I can handle business again.
We're now an inch underwater from the one leaking pipe. I'm pretty sure we'll figure this out here soon, sir.
Okay, please do. For all three of our
no nonsense going on here. There's zero nonsense in this pipe room that we're in.
This is nonsensical. How much nonsense we have.
It's like a dead rat floating through the water.
And I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that, guys, because honestly, I want to have a happy new year, and I want all of us to be able to kind of bring in the new year, you know.
Right.
Well, I want to make sure we can all see the new year.
Well, we don't gotta go straight to deadly force because we can't fix the pipe issue, right? I feel like that's like a escalation.
Let's just say, as long you do your job, you do what you're here to do, and everyone's happy, and everybody has a good new year. Everybody has a new year.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So
we gotta hurry up and fix this thing, Perry. I don't know about this guy.
Well, we gotta identify the thing here because you said it's not this one. I don't know which other one it would be.
It's in red. We know we're looking for a red pipe.
Okay. Yeah. Red pipe. There's this off-colored copper pipe.
Right.
And
it's gushing water. but I don't think it's our pipe because it's not on the schematic. It's not red.
I don't know if we'll be able to figure this one out. Excuse me,
Might
officer.
have to call Mark for backup here. I know he didn't want us to call him on a holiday, but this might be above our pay grade right now.
And then you hear the noise get louder, and then all the pipes around you burst.
Oh,
I think I found the red pipe.
It's
somewhere in this
out.
Oh.
Excuse me, guys. That was really loud. Do you get a copy? Everything all right down there?
Yeah, we got a copy.
Everything's great. Yeah, everything's good.
Perry just dropped his tools, right, Perry?
Yeah. I just dropped my tools, and I tripped over the penny that I forgot to pick up.
Yeah, clumsy Perry, you know.
Clumsy Penny Perry. That's what they called me.
Clumsy Penny Perry. That's a good nickname. I like that nickname there. Well, don't be too clumsy, or I'll probably shoot you. So just
wow. We're really just going straight for that. Okay.
Try to just get your job done. I run a tight shift here, and there's a lot, it's the new year. I don't want any problems.
That's really tight, right? Too tight, I think.
My New Year's
I don't think it could be too tight.
Is to be no nonsense. So I'm trying to cut the nonsense out a little.
That's a pretty good resolution to have.
I think for not fixing the pipe, that's nonsense. Don't you think?
I can, Doug, you can appreciate a good resolution, right?
A New Year's resolution.
And I'm looking around. Oh, what if we put like the waterproof putty over all of this?
You're not going to want to use waterproof putty for this.
What do you think we should use?
My cousin works for a plastics factory. He told me waterproof putty is no good. Here's what we're going to use.
Okay.
We're going to use these Kroger plastic bags that my aunt collected and she gave it to me for Christmas. And we're going to put them over the pipes and see if that stops the leaking.
I think, what if we duct tape the Kroger's bags around it?
See, now you're thinking.
Now I'm thinking. Okay, great.
That pipe putty nonsense. That's got to stay. That's got to stay in the shop, man. We don't maverick things here. You're maverick.
Okay. We don't masturbate things. All right. So
maverick.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. So where are we going to get these bags? And then check your pockets.
What do you young men think that you're doing here?
Oh, sir, we're just fixing the pipes.
Did you cause this mess?
Oh,
I wouldn't say we caused it, but we certainly enhanced it.
Shut up.
I mean, no, we have no clue what happened here.
Feels like that when we came down here, Mr.
Goldsmith. I'm the owner of this establishment, and I'm here to ensure that my property stays intact, and it looks like you two might have something to do with it not being just so.
Well, I'm glad you're checking out your property and everything, Mr. Goldman. It just seems weird that it's New Year's Eve and you're just hanging out in the bowels of your company's buildings.
Well, more importantly,
am I not entitled to be where I want in my
no, sir. I'm not. You can be wherever you want. I was just not.
More importantly, why don't you want to watch the ball drop? Don't you want to catch the ball?
My balls dropped years ago. I'm not concerned about.
No, not that.
Sure. More importantly, that's where we're trying to go to. So, do you have any solutions for what's happening down here, at all, besides Kroger's bags and duct tape?
Well, clearly, it seems that you two may be the culprits here because I don't see anybody else standing in my flooding building.
It was him. New York City rats.
Yeah, and I point to the rat. It was him. And he's
dead and floating.
There's a chef's hat right next to it.
Excuse me. Do I hear another voice down there? This place is closed. I thought it was just the two of you.
Yes, it's actually someone I think you might be interested in talking to, officer.
No. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Yeah, it's Doug. And pass over to Doug.
Yeah, hold the walkie-talkie up to him. There's just some weather static.
It sounds a bit like some nonsense. I wonder if I should go and check it out.
Oh, no.
We are no nonsense here.
No nonsense.
Well, All right. Well, I'll keep an eye on the cameras and see if I see anything. But I'm hearing it sounds like there's more than just the two of you down there. So
Well,
let's.
it's New Year. It's New Year's. It's New Year's, sir. Why don't
Anything
we
can
go to
happen.
the break room and have a
New
payday?
Year's.
You know.
New year, new
It's New
personality.
Year, so don't worry about it, friend. That was definitely a third voice. I might come looking for you guys.
No, it was Perry doing a character. He does characters.
Yeah, I do a lot of characters. Like, yeah, this is my property. I'm Goldman.
See,
And
that's a funny character.
That's really good.
yeah, see,
That's
this is how
really
I
good.
imagine the owner of this building would react once
It's-
they see how much good work we did.
It's teetering on nonsense, but it was good, so I'll let it slide this time. But keep your noses clean, and it's feeling damp. I feel like the moisture in the air is increased. So I feel like that's the opposite of what's supposed to happen. So maybe, do what you guys gotta do.
I think that's more of an AC issue, sir. We checked the pipes.
They're
That
almost
seems like
completely
nonsense.
normal.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Well, you guys do what you got to do, and
I unplugged the walkie-talkie.
there-
All right, Doug, what are we doing?
that was
Okay,
bold
all right.
of you. So
I think
you two are here to fix my pipes.
Yeah, and I think we're doing a bang up job of that, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
and I
What
plug in
would
the
it-
walkie-talkie.
What would it take for you to just turn around and let this all go? What would it take for you to just forget about the leaky pipes, to forget about your honor, about doing your job, your integrity? What is it worth? Because let's just say my insurance kind of renews in the new year, and I'd like to get some money out of this place before that happens.
I
If you know
see.
what I
I
mean.
see.
I see too.
So-
Doug,
So what could I do to persuade you gentlemen to let your job down?
I just need to talk to my junior associate about our slice of the pie, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Please.
I
So
sort of
I'll
corral Perry over to a corner.
all right, Doug. This is our opportunity, man. All you can eat pizza
Perry,
at the Pizza Ranch.
I know we love the Pizza Ranch. That's our favorite spot in Brooklyn to go to. It's a Western themed pizza bar. I've never seen this concept like that before. But I think this guy's full of shit, Perry.
What do you think we should do?
So my cousin, right, is an insurance adjuster. So he knows that the payouts for these are notoriously sparse. So we're not going to
Okay.
see a dime of that cash if there's even dimes that he gets paid for this.
Do you know what we can do though?
What?
We can get front row tickets to the ball dropping.
Ooh.
Because
He is a Goldman.
he doesn't need money to do that. And if he thinks he has money, then we don't need to exchange money.
Gold is impatiently checking his watch.
For once, you come up with a good idea, Perry.
You know, I think that was more of a collaborative effort on both of us. So good work.
It was
Good work,
mostly
Doug.
me. It was mostly me, but okay.
Good work, Doug.
So, gentlemen, what have we come to the conclusion to?
Esquire,
$100.
we will gladly give up our slice of the pie if you're picking up what I'm putting down here.
Okay.
Pie is in pizza pie, not fruit pie.
Correct.
If you
Interesting.
use your connections because you're a Goldman to get us tickets, front row, preferably next to Anne Hathaway, of the New Year's Eve ball dropping.
Come now, gentlemen. I feel like we can be more reasonable than that. That's
Take it or
Ooh.
leave it.
That's
Or else we're
perfectly
going to the
reasonable.
authorities. And there's a no-nonsense man one floor above us.
That's right. What you just said was nonsense. You wouldn't like that.
Hmm.
You wouldn't like that, sir, Esquire.
You have a point. Take it or leave it, you said? Well, how about you take this? And I throw a huge pipe wrench over to you, Doug. Catch! That might just be the instrument that I used to sabotage my building with your fingerprints all over it. You should have been a bit more reasonable, gentlemen, but I must bid you adieu because now this is all on you.
Well, not very smart. You just gave us a tool to fix this.
Yeah. Esquire, you're not very good for a billionaire. You're not very smart.
I don't think you'll fix it in time. I don't think so, because I know you've just spilled beans. You want to get a kiss from Anne Hathaway, but that is where I'm headed now, and I'm going to steal that kiss. I'm going to get the kiss from Anne Hathaway while you two fix my leaky pipes.
Wait, no, don't go. We can go half-seas. No!
No!
He runs away.
Damn.
Well, Doug, I guess it's a wash. Let's just fix this bitch. Let's just fix this bitch. And maybe we can just watch it from a distance this year, I guess.
I mean, I don't want to have to kiss the screen again this year.
I heard quite a bit of nonsense down there, guys.
Yeah.
Walkie-talkie on this whole time.
Yeah.
You might have.
There was definitely 3 of you, because there was some times of like private conversation and something about pipes.
Overlap, right?
Fixed.
A lot of overlap.
Sounded like you were willing to forego your job in order to get a kiss. And I don't know how I feel about that, because that sounds like nonsense.
Want to hear some real nonsense?
And I'll kill for that.
Whoa.
Want to hear some real nonsense? Goldman is sabotaging this whole building and putting it underwater so he can get some insurance money, which Doug's cousin says isn't even possible. So how much nonsense is that?
He's an adjuster.
And I'm an optimist.
He's an insurance adjuster at a small company in Newark.
Are you fucking serious? He's an adjuster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys are no nonsense. Those guys are no nonsense. So I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about this old Goldsman scheme, but those guys are no nonsense. And if that's coming from your cousin, directly straight from the horse's mouth, from your cousin, an adjuster, that he's doing this, sounds like nonsense. So
the story being nonsense, or what Goldman did was nonsense.
We're about a hip's length of water at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you gentlemen do what you got to do, but I'm gonna sort out this whole kind of nonsense little labyrinth thing that we kind of got going on here. It's like a maze of what is and isn't. You know, sometimes I think it's nonsense and I turn and it's a dead end, or it's a turn and I turn and I keep turning and there's splitting pathways. So I think, I'm on the right path here because there's different lanes
like the old
to go.
School Microsoft screen,
but it ends up going, but it ends up stopping every time. Where did that ever end? Who found the exit? Because you didn't see those anymore. Right? Yeah, it had to have an end. Someone had to solve it.
I mean, no, it would kind of just it would kind of reset and it would just swoop in on itself, because people think it's like an actual like thing, but it's more of like a integrated video. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Are you not gonna shoot us?
I haven't decided.
Okay, that worries me.
So let's continue on with what we were doing. It is it's about 11:04. It's 11:40.
You're the judge, jury, and executioner. This is beyond fucked up.
Okay, well, you fix the pipes. I'm gonna think on whether or not you are gonna see 11:50. So
this can't be right or legal or just.
Well, Doug, I got good news.
But I am the law.
What's up, Barry? I'm about to die, so
I just stopped most of the water coming through. Your bags and duct tape combo is working pretty well, actually.
Oh.
See, the power of optimism. Not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Wow.
Hey, we might actually be able to see the balls drop tonight.
We might actually be able to get that kiss yet, Perry. We might be able to actually.
So you guys managed to stop the pipes. You fix them with the bags and the tape. And you make your way upstairs. All right. Well, I see you guys are out there, so I'm assuming that you got the job done.
Yeah.
Our feet are like wet and sopping.
We're sopping up.
Yeah, we
It was
somehow
mostly
managed
Doug's
to
doing.
get the leak.
So that's good. Well, I decided that I thought to myself, if you get the job done, it's not nonsense, and you got the job done. So I'm thinking that you got to call it a New Year's miracle, like they always have. It's the New Year's miracle of you're not gonna die today.
That you didn't murder us for doing our
The
job.
miracle on
That's a New
4th
Year's
Street and
tragedy.
Goldman and Goldman. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but say what? Excuse me, gentlemen. I am. There is something that I'm seeing that looks kind of like nonsense on the cameras. So
I'm sorry, have you just been doing this for years without oversight?
You two just you do your thing. You make your way out of the building or wherever. Make your way back up to the lobby because I have to kind of check you out. But
you don't have a junior associate we can go through. It has to be you.
no.
Nothing.
When I started, they kind of said, "Hey, you're your own boss," in a way.
That's
what
the
they said.
reason. Okay,
So,
that makes sense.
so
yeah.
I went and I bought a gun, and
I don't know how they're illegal in New York, but
well, not that they haven't always been illegal. Let's just say that.
okay.
So I went, I bought a gun. I thought to myself, this is a pretty good deal. So I went to the dollar store. I got a badge. Because then, if God forbid, they let me go for any reason. Sometimes times are tough. They got to make cuts. I get it.
We're like murdering
So if
people
they
in
gotta-
cold blood, right?
So if they gotta let
Well, it's
let
not
me
really
go,
cold blood if you think about it, Doug.
I can still keep it. I can still keep my gun and my badge. Never registered because I thought in these days in this economy, who's registering guns?
Anyone who's a responsible member of society is.
But I'm protecting, so I'm like on the outside of it. So
You're a
it's kind of
vigilante. You're the Punisher, but like the worst version of him.
I really like the Punisher, actually. That's pretty cool. Not very nonsensical.
I think I'm sensing some nonsense. So why don't you guys kind of just make your way? I'm gonna go hunt something down because I see something scurrying on the cameras here that's not you, and I might have to, I might get my my New Year's wish yet before the year ends.
Great.
Let's just hurry and get out of here, Perry. This is fucked
All
up.
right. And we're sopping and flopping out the building.
Slicking and slocking.
Well,
Doug, we have about 6 minutes left. Oh, no. Come
you
on,
again
dude.
were so loud. I could have shot you in the dark.
Are you going to let us go to the balls drop or not?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Anne Hathaway's waiting for us, so we got to kind of get out of here, Mr. Goldman.
I have my tickets here. 2 for each of my balls.
You only need one.
That I've already dropped. And I slide them in my back pocket. So,
wait.
Sorry, gentlemen. I just thought I could maybe gloat one more time, but the authorities are on their way. You have been framed. I called it in that you were responsible. I'm going to get my insurance money, and you're going to get a little bit of jail time. And I know what they do to maintenance workers in jail. So...
Security.
Say,
I sense a lot of nonsense happening over here.
You're gonna be very familiar. What are you talking
A
about?
lot of nonsense.
What are you talking about?
This
nonsense?
guy.
You want to call it nonsense? Sure, I am Mr.
Oh, I see
Nonsense.
a lot of nonsense over here, and he's not stopping.
You want to talk about it? You want to call it
nonsense? Epicenter of
nonsense? Fine.
It's a 10 magnitude nonsense.
Committing nonsense. What the hell did you just say?
That's a lot of nonsense.
That's a lot of nonsense. Well, I don't think I sign your paycheck.
On the count of 5, 4, 3,
everything.
2, 1.
Happy
New Year!
He just shoots the shit out of him.
just unloads,
reloads,
bang,
bang, bang, bang, bang.
Ah.
You know what this
Wasn't
means?
that kind of nice? and I got in just a little bit before the ball. I can still go catch the ball drop too, but I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna because I have to work. I have to work, but sometimes there's always a little room for horseplay.
So he was gonna go to the ball, but he doesn't. The tickets aren't gonna be used now. I feel like it's nonsense that the tickets aren't used. So
I agree.
Oh.
me and my junior partner here should use them.
Hey, loot them or shoot them and loot them is what I always say. So have at him.
Shouldn't
Take
be what you
watches,
said. You're
take
law
whatever.
enforcement.
All right, thanks for everything, security guard. We grabbed the
Thank
tickets.
you.
Hey,
Doug,
and,
here you go.
Hey,
Hope I never see you again.
Hey, good luck with those balls dropping, huh, boys? Yeah, good luck. Good luck out there.
All right.
All right.
We bust out the door. We start running.
Bust out.
We can still catch it. We can still catch
let's
it.
not take the subway though. My cousin's a subway worker, and he says it's incredibly busy this time of year. So we just gotta sprint over there.
That sounds legitimate.
You fucking sprint all the way to fucking Times Square. Like
Told you,
30
New Year's
blocks.
resolution.
But
Get a little more footwork. And
you do make it somehow in like 5 minutes. You make it just before the ball's about to drop, and you bust your way through to the very front, tickets in hand.
5, 10, 9, 2 tickets. Okay, great. Tear our tickets. We run up.
4,
Out of my way, you pigs.
1.
Happy New Year!
All right, we're putting our hands in the air.
And Anne Hathaway comes over and kisses both of you passionately on the cheek.
My first kiss.
Wait, don't walk away, Anne Hathaway. What are you doing after this?
Sorry, boys. I've got some pipes to fix.
No!
And scene.
She went, Anne hath gone away. I do gotta say, I knew it was gonna be a good story the second Mo Pete said, I heard you can catch the ball.
That was fucking
I fucking knew we were on the
beautiful,
same
Mo
wavelength.
Pete. Yeah. That was fantastic. Mo Pete, how was it for you? What was your favorite part? How was your M&A's Excellent Adventure?
It was from start to finish cinema. But I would say my favorite part would be where we slowly but surely realize that the security guard is just kind of a cowboy cop vigilante, just playing by his own rules.
He wanted to kill both of you.
Yeah.
There's a couple bodies on that pistol.
A thinly veiled murderous intent.
We slowly but surely knew and got on the same wavelength that he was going to murder Esquire.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was because it's like it started out with just like, I've got some bodies on this thing, so be careful, to literally like, I have a goal to murder someone before the New Year's, and I have about 5 minutes.
He just kept doubling down and like,
I'm gonna murder someone.
Yeah,
no nonsense, or I'll literally just fucking kill you.
Like, right, we heard it the first time.
Anthony, what was your favorite part of the story?
My favorite part of the story was Mo Pete doubling down on being insufferable. Like, no, you don't want to do that. My cousin told me this. I know people like that, IRL. Yes. We all do.
Confidently wrong.
Confidently wrong, and you nailed it. But my personal favorite was, no, you don't want to use waterproof putty. You want to use these plastic bags my aunt has been collecting over the years. Just killed me. Absolutely killed me. You nailed that.
She gives them to me every year.
Oh, yeah. Every single year. Every time she goes to the grocery store.
That was fantastic, too. I loved how how you just started fixing the pipes.
Oh, yeah. I had to. Nobody else was gonna.
Chaos, you were like, let's just actually do this. And
I feel like that's their dynamic. And it's Perry actually doing the work, and then Doug kind of just spouting off useless knowledge, hearing himself talk, kind of.
and it was wonderfully done. Well, kudos to both of you. That was a great story. I was laughing really, really, really hard. So thank you for that.
Absolutely killed me.
It was fun.
Oh my
really
fucking god. I'm not gonna remember right off the top of my head, but I know in editing it's gonna kill me. There was one line that you said, Mo Pete, that took me out so hard. What the fuck was it? It
Was
might
it
have
early?
been.
Was
What's
it near the
that?
start?
Near the start, you absolutely when you were like, if you catch the ball like that, I lost my
Moby, how did you
mind.
come up with that? Just off the fly, you just rolled with it?
So yeah, it was kind of just off the. I was kind of racking my brain. I was like, what can I do with the New Year's ball? And I was like, the ball, you can catch it. And of course, I'm a huge Anne Hathaway fan, so I
As you
got to
should be.
shoehorn her in somewhere.
As you should be.
That's kind of just a
amazing.
celebrity cameo appearance.
That was
Yes.
fantastic. Thank you for
One
allowing
line.
me to play Anne Hathaway.
Right,
as well.
right.
That was an
And
honor.
after credit scene, she's like making out with the security guard in his office.
That would be fucking awesome. I need to. We need to meet an animator and animate the stories because it was just. I would love to see a post credit scene of Anne Hathaway and the security guard making out. Even though he's definitely married, because I'm pretty sure he said something about sending Christmas cards. I think he said like we send. So
Which is
maybe it was more
insane that his
implied.
wife has probably known about this side of him and just kind of just
just fucking
His wife
enabling
probably
it.
encourages it.
Yeah.
She probably maybe she's kind of a Macbeth of herself, Lady Macbeth.
Kind of into it.
Yeah, she's like, the more notches on your belt, the more hotness that I felt.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about my body. I mean, I literally have the AC off in our apartment during the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Right.
So so yeah, happy New Year's to everybody. There's your little
Happy New Year.
story. And before we wrap anything up here, Mo Pete, is there anything that you would like to talk about? Anything shaking your ass? Anything? A little shout out to review.
Yeah, what are you doing these days?
What's going on in your neck of the woods?
This is kind of like the SNL thing where it's the end of the show and they're wrapping up and they say,
yeah, we're basically SNL, but way better.
Pretty much. I mean, all brown people, we're living in color, more like
we are. Yeah.
Oops, all brown edition.
That sounds like a good show title.
Absolutely.
All brown people.
That would be really fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But so what's been taking me? I graduated from university this past.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, got my bachelor's in cybersecurity.
Are you going for a master's?
I will go for a master's in IT
No,
management.
that's so much school. Just kidding. Absolutely rock it.
But I feel like in order to do that, I got to get actual experience in IT management before
that's
that.
totally valid. That's fair.
I thought it was gonna be like that scene, in the movie where the girl in the library has her glasses and her hair up, but she comes back in the final scene and her glasses are off and her hair is flowing and she's wearing like a night, and everyone's like, "Oh, who's that girl? That's Beth." I thought that was gonna be like that, for me graduating with my degree. It hasn't really been like that, I don't really feel that much different. I'm happy for the accomplishment, but the same man I was before I got it.
Maybe if you put glasses on
and then take them off,
then everyone will have a collective moment. Yeah.
Right.
I had a similar experience when I graduated last year. Almost exactly a year ago. The worst feeling is like I have nothing to do now because you're so used to grinding nonstop. So have fun with that. That existential crisis that comes with
like
graduating.
what's there to do now?
What do I do? Do I just go play games?
I guess I'll work till I die.
I guess.
So my question then, Mopi, to you, what was the strategy behind not just dropping out? What was kind of the game plan of being like, I'm gonna see this through, instead of just saying, fuck it. So kind of what was,
I think a big thing that helped me is that I knew what failure felt like before. Because before I switched to cybersecurity years ago, like 7 years ago, I started school as a business major. And it turns out I really didn't like business. And I started flunking classes. I got put on academic probation. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take a break from school until I get the whole life thing figured out. Grow a little more, find out what I want to do, And then once I was like, I want to work in cybersecurity, I came back to school, refreshed, more mature, and I just aced every class because I knew how to fail, so I knew what not to do.
That's cool.
That was the best answer you could have
That is a
given to
great
just
answer.
Being a dickling. That was really good. Well, congratulations, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, congrats.
Happy that you're gonna go for your master's as well. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but I mean, you a little bit about Mo Pete. I don't know if you are or if you were in the Navy.
As of this recording, I am.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I'm getting out this year, so
okay.
I'll be a free man soon.
There you go. Ooh. So like full retirement?
Not full retirement. I'll have to work for a living, but
well, sure. I mean,
I'll be getting a little pension,
there you go.
for some service related injuries, but
cool. Okay. Yeah. Not for the injuries, but cool.
Yeah.
Well, can't win them all.
Right. But that's awesome, dude. Yeah, good for you, man. I'm glad things are on the up and up. I hope the Mo Pete report again. I mean, we'll do plugs in a little bit here too, but just a pre-plug is, I mean, definitely listen to the Mo Pete report. It's fun. It's funny. Like I said, I mean the episode with Jeff too. I was dying. The second it started, I was fucking losing my shit. Like, and it just has this energy as everybody saw in this episode too. Mo Pete is you're a good leader, as it seems. So yeah, check out the Mo Pete report.
Take the reins.
That's right. Take the reins. And hopefully hopefully we were able to kind of give you some space where you could take the reins in this. And yeah, you did great. One thing I will say too that's fun. So a lot of times, with people sometimes having hangups on improv side of things and kind of our structure, and generally we're at the helm, so we're steering the ship. You took a lot of liberties that generally guests sometimes are a little not necessarily timid, but like not as sure they can take. And I loved that. Like, it was so funny and it added so much to it. So I was really happy. Like, just right off the bat, the whole, like, if you catch the ball, like, that immediately was like, oh yeah, like Mo's
I felt like if I was gonna go too far outside, I trusted you were gonna reel me back in.
Oh yeah. But we've learned our lesson. Anthony and I have one episode that's like easily the worst episode that we've ever done, and it was really early on in our doing this, and we kind of had to learn, okay, so we need to, whoever's kind of in charge has to be able to steer that ship back if things get way out of hand, because we got to figure something out. So
you can end up in Hoboken, New Jersey.
That's right.
The worst place, I imagine.
The worst place anyone's ever been.
Just the name sounds bad.
Hoboken. What is it? Hoboken?
Yeah.
No, it's Hoboken.
Hoboken.
I
gotcha.
It sounds like a fucked up Street Fighter move.
Hoboken. It does sound like a fucked up. Oh, Hoboken. So, what the fuck?
Not the place you want to be.
Isn't that an outdated term? Aren't you not supposed to say hobo anymore?
Homeless, I guess.
But they do.
Wow, insensitive. You keep saying the word, Michael, over and over. I was just saying a name of a place in Jersey. What's wrong with you,
apologize that I probably lost you all of your listenership from New Jersey.
Mo Pete? Mo Pete.
We'll be able to
Like
reel Bob
when I said
back
no
in.
off-colored stuff, that's
And-
exactly what I meant. That's exactly what I was talking about. So thanks for nothing, Michael. I'm out.
We actually have had some. Bob is from New Jersey, Bob Buell, and so is Kevin Carrier, also lives in New Jersey.
That's true. No, he's from Boston.
So both of them
But
never
I thought
coming
he
back.
lived in New Jersey.
I don't know.
Never coming back, both of them.
Shit,
Neither.
that sucks because both
Ever,
of them are
ever.
actually really awesome.
Yeah, they are. Bob is hilarious.
Bob is so funny. You have to get Bob on the Mo Pete report.
I'm trying to, but in the podcast world, he's kind of a big fish with 99 questions.
He's a big fish with 99 questions. Did you know Anthony and I have been on 99 questions? That's like the he had a
We weren't on the full 99. We were on
Not
the
the full-
Newlywed Game.
Yeah, so it was still on his channel, but yeah,
Still cool. 100%.
Big
That
ups
was
to you
rad.
guys.
Yeah. It was an honor to be hosted by Bob Buell.
Right.
That was pretty crazy.
Maybe one day we'll be on the Headgum podcast.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't that
We
be
don't scoop
something?
him up first, but we have some pretty fun guests that are not dates aren't set in stone, but are lined up for this.
Anne
season.
Hathaway is one of them.
All right, way to just fucking let that.
Sorry.
You might have a bone to pick.
Hathaway.
You might have a bone to pick about this episode.
No, Mo Pete, you're co-hosting with Anne Hathaway.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Specifically requested me.
Specifically, Merry New Year.
Yes.
Wow,
It's a New
Merry
Year's
commercial,
miracle.
non-denominational Christmas to me.
Yeah.
No, Mo Pete, I don't think you're understanding. You're the live studio audience, and then Anne Hathaway is going to be performing with us. And then you have to just applaud every time Anne Hathaway says anything.
And just awkwardly laugh whenever she makes it.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. You have
It's just
to
gonna
laugh.
sound like someone's being really rude on the screen.
Yeah, I guess so.
You have to laugh and applaud as if you're a full audience. So you have to try to make up for that.
Exactly.
Bad, yeah.
That was
Bad
Every
sound.
You ever watch those clips of like the Big Bang Theory, but they take the laugh track out?
Oh, that's any sitcom from that era.
No, it's any
They're
sitcom, but there was
crazy.
one where they replaced it with a single guy laughing really hard, and it's way fucking funnier. Because you're right, it sounds so rude.
Funny.
It's like, aha!
Like you take out the laugh track when you're watching Friends. It's just a bunch of people being assholes to each other, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely. I love those videos.
They're
they all
good.
look just psychotic because they'll say something with a lot of energy and then they'll
pause.
just pause, but keep that energy and just silence. It's fucking, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
We should do an episode like that.
Oh my fucking God. Yes.
That
That'd
was
be
entertainment to
hilarious.
us. That was entertainment.
Golden. All right. Well, Michael's the host, so anything else you want to do?
I don't have anything else to add. Mo Pete graduated. So let's do some plugs. Mo Pete, tell the people where they can find you, why they should find you, everything they need to know about you.
Well, if you want to see or hear more of me, first of all, you have great taste. You can find me on Instagram at MoPete, but the zero instead of the yo. So M0PETE. I post there sometimes. I post my sketches there. So that's a good place to find them. You can also find me on Twitter, MoPete Tweets. I post my sketches there. I sometimes tweet out my thoughts. You can find my show, The Mo Pete Report, basically anywhere you get your podcast. So Spotify, YouTube Music, Google, whatever. It's going to probably be there. And you can follow the show on Instagram at The Mo Pete Report. And you can follow it on Twitter, same name, The Mo Pete Report. And I think that's all I want to bring up for now. Yeah, check out the show if you want to hear more of me being a lunatic to my co-hosts.
Sounds
It's
rad.
Fantastic. And I just followed. So do the same, listeners. Follow
Please do.
Mo Pete. Because he is a very funny man, as you can see, and he has a very funny show and very funny
Let's
sketches.
hear it for Mo Pete.
Your Twitter is also really funny. You're kind of just a star. You're kind of, I feel like if Elon Musk had to pick somebody to be like the face that runs the place, it'd probably be Mo Pete.
And the thing is, I don't even really like the guy, but I'd still accept it.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Just because you said the face that runs the place, that sounds so
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, for sure. You're kind of like the Dwayne Johnson of Twitter, I think.
Yeah. Except instead of the Rock, I'm kind of like
The
the
cock.
the
The,
yeah. No. The sock.
The sock. Yes,
the
that's what I meant.
sock. Like,
Mo the sock Pete.
nice. And to
The
all of
sock
you
Johnson.
WWE/WWF fans out there,
Yeah.
you know that that's a thing.
Can you see that the sock is crusty?
Oh, yes, dude. That's fucking, that's it. That's it. That's beautiful. That's also what I'm going to play at the end of the episode. So, so that's all that we have there then. Yeah. So please go and follow Mo Pete. Anthony, where can they find us?
You check us out on M&A's Excellent Adventures on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. And if you want to email us your own podcast premises, make sure to email us at michaelandanthonyadventures@gmail.com. Once again, that is michaelandanthonyadventures@gmail.com. And make sure to check us out on Instagram and Twitter. All the links down below.
And YouTube, so you can see us
duh.
in action.
I'm just assuming they're on the YouTube because why else would you watch a podcast anywhere else?
Exactly.
Right?
You gotta check out YouTube.
Where else
Mo
can you
Pete
see
thinks
my
that video
bags in
is
HD?
too mainstream. I say otherwise. I think it brings us together. So
Hell yeah. Hell
with that,
yes.
thank
Play us
everybody for
out.
listening. Bye-bye.
Kisses.
Between you and me, I'm trying to catch the ball.
You're trying to catch the ball?
That's right. See,
Do
my
tell.
cousin who works for City Hall told me that if you catch the ball, the Queen of New York herself, Miss Anne Hathaway, gives you a kiss on the cheek. Can you see that the sock is crusty?